Hey guys, in this video we are going to learn how to create a virtual machine. We will create a Windows virtual machine and then a Linux virtual machine. We will open the ports and then log in the machine as well. So to create the virtual machine, you can click virtual machine. Then there is option create. Select virtual machine. You will see a screen something like this. So there is a form. You have to fill the basic informations. So let's do one by one. First thing, you need to create a resource group. A resource group is a container that holds all related resources that is specific to a solution. The benefit of using resource group is you can group all resources that you want to manage as a group. You can create a resource group just by selecting the option create new. If you just give a name, you can create a resource group right away. I already have a group. I select YouTube, and then you need to provide a virtual machine name. Let's give it a name Windows 10, and then we need to select a region. So let's select West US. Next option is availability option. The availability is a set of logical grouping. Azure just want to understand how your application is built in order to provide the redundancy and availability. So in our case, we can just select no infrastructure redundancy required. Images. Now we have to create a Windows virtual machine. So in this case, I'm going to select Windows Server 2019. You can see more options from selecting the image, and now you can have more options here. Okay, so let's go back to our screen. Let me close this. Okay, so Azure Spot instances. This option is related with cost saving. We don't need this, so I should uncheck this. If you select this option, that means your virtual machine would run only when there is unused capacity on Azure infrastructure in a particular region. If there is no capacity available, then your machine will be deallocated. So be careful when you choose this option. Now the size, in our case, I'm going to choose standard D2SV3, 2 CPUs, 8 gigabytes memory, and you can see whatever fits your requirement. So I can choose this. Anyway, I'm not concerned about the prices because I'm going to delete this virtual machine after this demo. Now choose a correct username and then password. So I'm going to choose admin. We can open the port 3389 right now, but we are not going to open this now because I want to show you how can you open any port at later stage. So the idea is same, and we will open the port and try to log in later. Licensing, let's leave this option as it is. Okay, so validation has passed. Now hit the create button. Okay, so virtual machine is ready now. Let's go to resource. Now we are trying to connect with the virtual machine. We already have username and password. So let's click this connect button. And now you can see there are different options. In our case, we are going to choose RDP. And now we can see the public IP, and this is trying to connect through portal number 3389. Let's download this RDP file. File is downloaded. Let's click it. So the port is not open. We should get an error. Okay, so this is the error which I got. Now let's check this one other way. Test your connections and my IP, and then here you have to choose RDP TCP 3389 test connection. This should fail as well. Okay, so now we can see there is an error. Now we are on the page of virtual machine. Go to networking. Here you can see inbound port rules, outbound port rules as well. So in case you don't know what is the difference between inbound and outbound, the inbound is when someone else from outside is trying to initiate a connection with your machine, and outbound is something when your machine is trying to connect with us, starting a traffic flow outward of your computer. So this is the difference between inbound and outbound. So in our case, when we have to log into virtual machine, we need to add inbound port rule. Let's select the port 3389. Let's select TCP, and priority, let's leave it like this, and let's change the name with the exact as the port, and let's edit. Now let's try to connect with the computer. So the public IP and port is given. Now you can see it has initialized a connection. See the option to provide username and password. So I give the username that we created before. And the password here. So just accept it. Okay, let's close this. Now we are going to create a virtual machine with Linux operating system. So go to create machine. The process is same. There are minor differences which I can tell you. So same way, you have to create a resource, select YouTube, and name, let's create the name as Linux 1, and region we are going to select the same, and the other option we are leaving as it is. The difference is here that you have to select the image for the virtual machine, which is related with the Linux operating system. So same way, we have to select the size of the machine. This depends on what is your actual requirement. Now the authentication type, let's choose the password as authentication type. I create the same username, and I need to provide the password. we can open the port right away. So in this demo, we are going to open the port along with creating the virtual machine. The process is exactly same. So review and create. Okay, so validation has passed. Now create. Okay, so virtual machine is created. Go to resource. We can find the resource information, the public IP of the machine, and the other information. Okay, so now we have a Linux virtual machine. Let's try to connect with this virtual machine. We already have port 22 opened on the machine. Let's try to connect this. So we know the IP, public IP address. Copy this. And we are providing the IP. Port is already here. And now let's open this. You may get a message like this. Click yes. Now you should see a screen like this. It is asking you the username and the password. So let's give it a username. And now we have to provide the password. Okay, so you can see now we have established a connection with the machine. So this is all about this demo. Thank you for watching and please subscribe, like and share. Thank you. Bye.